everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekly connection reading. My name is Priscilla for those of you who are new, and for this reading we'll be reading for the week of February 1st. So we'll go ahead and get started. Kind of just ask what it is that we need to hear for this week's reading. So the first card is the Empress that fell out. The second is the King of Wands. And then the third one is the Page of Swords. Okay, so this spread is touching on a few different things. It's kind of like different pieces within your puzzle that will hopefully help guide you in the right direction. So with the Empress card, I'm getting the sense that you are praying or you're asking for something in particular. You have a list of things that you want to ask for, but there's one real thing that you want. And with that one thing that you want, you are putting more focus on that prayer, that intention, or that request. So much so that you are either asking for other people to pray for you, which is always a great thing, and it's helping amplify that intention and that request that you are seeking, almost to the point where the message is really getting out there. You're really setting that intention and you're really throwing it out there for God to receive this prayer in hopes to receive what it is that you are asking for. Another thing that is really tricky about this deck is that we see the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, I'm getting the sense that there is conflict with yourself and with somebody else. You both are on two different pages. It doesn't feel like it's connecting back to the Empress and the request or the prayer request that you're asking for, but it seems like you're asking for something. It seems like you're praying for something in this request, but it's not, it has nothing to do with the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, I just really feel like there's two different opinions that are coming forward. It's your opinion and then somebody else's opinion, and you're on two different pages on what it is that you want and what it is that you're actually looking for within this person and vice versa. So it kind of just seems like there's like a little bit of conflict, but I'm also getting the sense that, you know, with conflict there is a lot of opportunity to learn from one another, to grow from there, and to really push forward and to really see things through. So that's what I'm getting for this one. And then with the Page of Swords, it's just so odd because I feel like each particular card is really tapping into different types of issues that could be going on or different situations that could be going on within your life. It's not like it's not like this whole spread is kind of like connecting in some way. There's just like bits and it's like breadcrumbs of maybe guidance for you. So for the Page of Swords, I just feel like you have so much going on in your mind right now. You can't even be still with it, and you can't concentrate on the main thing that you really need to focus on because there's just so much background noise, there's so much noise in front of you, and there's just so much going on within your own mind. So with this, I feel like you really just need to figure out a way that works best for you to focus in on yourself and helping clearing your mind. I can suggest things all the time, and that's perfectly okay. Like, I can suggest in one way to clear your mind is maybe going out for a walk, and in that sense you are helping clear your mind. You're stepping away from the problem. You're going out in nature and you're just kind of decompressing in the sense of grounding. You can do a shower meditation. You can journal and, you know, brain dump everything that you're feeling, but none of that will really connect with you if that's not what you naturally do. What is it that you naturally do as yourself, your unique self? What is it that you do as an individual that helps you decompress, to help quiet your mind in the best way possible? So I feel like with the Page of Swords, I'm getting the sense that you need to really like step into a routine, like a self-care routine for yourself, and really take care of your mind mentally. And kind of just going back, I'm going to quickly go back to the Empress. You're praying for something in particular, and you are asking the people around you to help pray for you for whatever it is that you're asking in that prayer. Know that it's being amplified, and that's always a good thing. It's always good to have people on your side that can help pray for you. Prayers are so magical in their own way, and it's just a way for someone to be the loud person in the crowd on their actual requests on what it is that they want to see through. And for the Empress, I'm also getting the sense that even though you're focusing on something in particular that you really want to see through, or something that you really want to see through, you also have a lot of different things that you also really want in the back burner, like in the back of your mind. Like, I know you're specifically praying for this thing, but I also get the feeling that your heart is also wanting more than just that. So I'm getting the sense that it's more than just that particular thing. And the one thing that I will suggest is just be honest in your prayer, even if it feels like silly, or even feeling like you don't deserve to ask for those things. You certainly do deserve to ask for whatever it is that you want, and for whatever it is that you want within your life. So know that even though you're putting so much energy onto this particular thing, your heart is also asking you to pray for the other things that you want and desire. So if this is something that you truly want, that's absolutely great. But if your heart is also aching or wanting to submit prayers for other things within your life, I think that's perfectly okay for you to take the time to say that prayer for all of the things that you want, and don't feel ashamed about feeling like maybe you're asking for too much, because you are not asking for too much. And I feel like that's one thing about God in general, is that he is so powerful and he makes the impossible possible. So just because our minds cannot grasp that impossibleness and the unknown, doesn't mean that also applies to God. Obviously, I know for a lot of people who do believe in God know this, but you always need that reminder when you are saying your prayer. Speak with your heart and with pureness and with the best intentions possible. What is it that you really want out of this? Do you really want this, or do you want this and more? And if you want this and more, that's perfectly okay too. That's what I feel like this message really is saying to you, is don't feel afraid to ask whatever it is that you want to ask that is weighing on your heart. And for the King of Wands, just a friendly reminder that even though there are opposites going on with you and this other person, know that you can learn from this. There is so much growth from this. And just because it feels impossible, like you'll never get through to this person, there's a lesson within that struggle, within that obstacle. So don't give up so easily. Take the time to try to understand someone else's perspective and why they're thinking in this particular way, and I hope that they can do the same with you. And even if they don't, I think you owe yourself that. I think that you really do owe yourself that opportunity to really see both sides for what they truly are. And even at the end, if you still don't come to the same agreement, that's fine. I feel like in that sense, you were able to really and truly understand that you did the very best that you could, and you don't feel like there's a lot of what ifs. So just know that during this mini obstacle that's going on, know that there is growth and there is so much to learn from this particular situation, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's what I have for this spread here. that is it for this weekly reading. This spread was very interesting from the ones I've done in the past. Usually in the past, the spread will kind of guide me into a situation of, usually the spread will kind of determine the overall situation and what's going on, but for this spread, it's so interesting to see that for each different card, there's a different particular situation. You know, this past week and a half has been weird in general, so I'm not really surprised about this spread and seeing the messages that come through. Alright guys, that is it for today's weekly connection reading. I hope that these messages on some level resonated with you, and if they did, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know how this message resonated with you, and if it did not, maybe this message was not meant for you, but it was meant for someone in your life that you know that could benefit so much from watching this video. And with that, I thank you for allowing me to share this message with you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!